In the past couple of weeks, we have gone to witness quite the run from a duo on an A, and it's not that they are just winning finals lobbies either. Following yesterday's Cash Cup win, the duo of Rapid and Boltz have now won 7 of the past 9 tournament sessions on an A, including opens, with 2 of those being duo Cash Cup finals wins. A lot of people after Globals were talking about these 2 players specifically, in saying these are the 2 players who are next up to become top players in the world, and them combining into one duo, they are showcasing just how good they are and how good they will be moving forward into trios in 2025. We could potentially have the next great team on an A, and they're dominating just like Peterbot and Pollo were. And to make things even better, Rapid and Boltz are actually planning on playing trios with Pollo as of right now, and they will be playing today's Trio Cash Cup with him. So 2 of the best players on the region as of right now, combining with one of the FNCS Global Champions from this year. I think that's going to be a very scary trio, but I'll talk more about trios in a bit. Let's quickly go over the NA Duo Cash Cup first. And like I've been mentioning, in first place, Rapid and Boltz finish on 375 with a win in a very solid tournament, getting top 7 every single match, and every single match but one were top 4s. So a super insanely consistent tournament, and that's what it took to beat Cold and Peterbot, who are looking very scary, and a tournament where Cold and Peterbot didn't really get going until halfway through anyways. And Cold and Peterbot were looking very good in the second half of the tournament. As in second place, Cold and Peterbot finished on 370 points, 5 points away from Rapid and Boltz in first place. And they actually went into the last game with an 8-point lead, but in the last game just didn't really get it done. But overall in the tournament, Cold and Peterbot kind of got off to a slow start, getting a 13th and a 47th, then absolutely turned it up, getting 41 kills in games 3 through games 5 combined. They got a first place with 15 elims, a first place with 14 elims, and a second place with 12 elims, all back to back. And then in the last game got a third place with 9 elims, but Rapid and Boltz did end up winning the last game to win the tournament. So this was one of the better finishes we've seen in a Duo Cash Cup in a while, with 2 very good teams putting up 2 very insane performances and a very close finish coming down to the very last kill. Then next in third place, we have Dukes and Queasy on 254 points. Then in fourth place, we have Herc and Mason on 242 points. And then rounding out the top 5, we have Agers and Ritual in 5th place on 238 points. And then we also have Clix and Rise, who got 10th place. And Clix and Rise actually had a pretty solid tournament outside of getting 0 points 3 games. But whenever they make end games, they're looking really solid. And this is a team to know, as Clix and Rise are actually playing trios. And now moving on, I want to go over some of the top trios and who the top players will be trioing with in today's Trio Cash Cup. And these are probably the 3 best trios as of right now in NA. We have Peterbot, Cold, and Booga, who everybody knows are playing. Then we have Rapid, Boltz, and Pollo, who I mentioned earlier. And Rapid and Boltz were actually deciding between Pollo, Muzz, and Clix for their third on their trio. And they ended up going with Pollo. It pretty much came down to Pollo or Muzz in that trio, not necessarily Clix. Even though Rapid, Boltz, and Clix did play trio scrims yesterday and got a first and a second place in 2 games. But Rapid and Boltz ultimately ended up going with Pollo here. And then we have Clix, Rise, and Muzz also playing. Clix and Rise combining with Muzz. And if Muzz ended up playing with Rapid and Boltz, I'm not sure who Clix and Rise would have played with. Maybe Pollo, maybe not Pollo. But I think Clix, Rise, and Muzz are a very solid trio. Clix, we all know how good he is. Rise is one of the best IGLs in Fortnite, and he's been one of the best IGLs in Fortnite for a while. And then I think Muzz is one of the most talented players in Fortnite as well, and everyone knows that too. And I think these are the 3 best trios going into today, and I expect all 3 of these trios to do very well if they're all locked in the first Cash Cup of the season. But of these 3 trios, comment down below which trio you think is the best, and also comment down below what players you would like to see trio for the season if I didn't mention them in these 3 trios that are confirmed to be playing today. I'm super excited to watch the first trios tournament. Even though it's going to be late, it's still going to be super refreshing to see trios being played after so long. And at the end of the day, this is just the beginning of what's to come for trios for this year and for next year. These trio cups are probably going to be filled with surprising placements, whether that's good or bad surprises. So it's going to be interesting to see how these top 198 team round 2s play out. But I'm looking forward to it. And remember, I'm going to drop a Trio Cash Cup recap video tomorrow, going over how the trios did on both EU and NA, and what notable players are playing with each other. So if you guys are new to the channel or watching another video and still not subscribed to the channel, It would mean a lot to me if you did hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to not miss that recap I'm talking about. And also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like on it as well so more people can see it. Gonna try and get on my YouTube grind yet again as we have lots of tournaments to finish out the season. Then we head into Chapter 2 OG, which should be amazing content as well. But that's gonna do it for me in this video, going over a duo that's on a crazy run right now and the NA Duo Cash Cup, as well as going over some NA trios that we'll be playing today. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.